everybody. So, um, I have I've taken a few days off to try and discover exactly what it is that I want to do with this series, because I've noticed that lately, oh, I can hear myself. Oh no. Oh no. Stop it. Stop. There we go. Okay. Um, but yeah, I've kind of taken a few days, watched a few, I wouldn't say conventions, but I've watched people talk about game design and how to make a game and the biggest flaws, and I've noticed a few flaws in what I've been trying to do here. Um, I know some things about making a game, I don't know everything. And I need to go in this as if I don't know everything, because otherwise the game's gonna be crappy. The other day I was talking about how AAA games tend to. Lately, they've seemed to be just a reskin version of something that's already been made. And while that is true, and while I do still hold that mentality towards AAA titles and some indie titles now, uh, I now have a better understanding of how making a game works. So, um, yeah. At this point in time, I think that what we're going to do with the channel, instead of making the overall big game that I want to make, because I mean that will still be a project that I work on occasionally. I want to focus more towards how to make a game. Every step to make just little indie games, just things that have already been made that are kind of sort of reskins but have their own flair to them and that are entertaining, fun, and basically I want to make games that will make money, because in the long run that's what game development is. It is a job, and if you're ever going to get into game development full time, then the best thing to do is to crack out these not extremely in depth games, because it's rare that a massive story will be perceived by the general public as a good thing. And although I would love to say, yeah, I'm gonna make this great game and it's gonna be fantastic and I'm gonna have everything fleshed out, I kind of put myself at a losing mentality before I even started. Because there's a lot of things I don't know. There's a lot of things that I need to learn. And there's also the fact that I've kind of come into some financial issues. And yes, I can work on this game constantly for free, but if I'm not able to support myself, then how can I show you guys how to make a game, a massive game, step by step, and then when you decide that, hey, I want to make a game now, I'm going to spend 2 years of my life making this game and making it awesome. But 2 months in, you're like, oh, wow, well, I can't eat, you know? So I'm trying to show what I want to do with the channel is I want to show how to make a game, any game, and the step by step process of how that's done, rather than the massive big title that I want to work on eventually. So, um, I want to take a look at a few different genres of game, just to possibly see what would be easiest. We're going to start very, very easy, and then we're going to work our way through and take some of the easy things and add them into the more complex things until I know that I'm satisfied with my knowledge in order to make the big, big game. So, let's see. We're going to do some Google searching. How about that? What should we look at? Simple. Actually, we'll do simplistic indie games. We're gonna take a look and do some idea stuff. So, puzzle platformers, probably the easiest genre to do. Um, if you add in twists and things like that, it can be more difficult. But honestly, puzzle platforming, really, really easy. It's all 2D, it's all the vectors are in 2D, so you don't even have to worry about a 3D space. It's really, really, really simple, basically. And that's not knocking that some 2D platformers can be extremely difficult to make. It just depends on how detailed the art is, uh, how if you have a fluid simulation in it, how that runs, things like that, and figuring that stuff out. So, puzzle platforming, good, really, really easy. We've also got the brawlers, which are fairly simple to make. I've made a couple of those, however, I don't have the rights to show those on stream. So, we're not going to be doing. I'm not going to show that. We might end up actually doing a couple brawlers just to show some basic physics for that. What else do we have? That's a weird looking game. But yeah, this is basically what I do for inspiration. I look at what other people have made. There's a Flappy Bird reskin. Very simple. That's probably one of the more simple games ever created, but it did really well for some reason. And I'm also going to teach how to post on iOS, although, and make iOS games or Android games or just mobile games. Uh, However, in my opinion, if you're getting into game development, I wouldn't go down the mobile route because mobile games, there's probably 1,000 a day now that come out. So you would be fighting a huge, huge market. And granted, most mobile games are out there just to steal people's money. Just how it is. Um, there's quite a few games that I know that aren't, but they're not talked about. The ones that are really talked about are the ones where you can do microtransactions and get rid of a whole bunch of money just so that time goes by faster. And that's what I've noticed and generalized as mobile games is you want to sink in some money so that you don't have to wait. That's what I've seen. So so yeah. My biggest thing right now is I need to come up with the best starting point, I guess we could say. Um, and honestly, I think personally, what I would want to do is because I cannot stand 2D platformers. I've played so many of them that I'm just like, nah, that they're never fun. So I don't think that I'll be doing anything related to a 2D platformer anytime soon. I'm kind of interested in a Space Invaders type simulation thing, but that might be what we start with. I'm not entirely sure. But in order to get better, we have to know what's already been done, and so that's where the channel is going. Uh, let's take a look at. Let's not take a look at all that. That's fine. But yeah, so this was just a quick little update. I will be doing a stream probably here in about an hour. However, I just woke up and this was the first thing I did after getting a glass of milk. Because I want to change this channel so that it's not all about my game. It's about how to make a game. So, because anybody can make a game. And that's what I'm set out to prove. But although anybody can make a game, very few can make a good game. And these are the core steps into creating a good game. This is how you will learn how to do every step throughout, and you can learn from my mistakes or you can learn from your own mistakes. But if you want to be a game developer, the best thing to do is to start from the beginning and work your way up. So, with all that said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And again, thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch me babble on about changing our channel. Because, yeah. So, that would be just about it. I'll probably be on in about an hour. So, take care. Bye-bye.